Welcome, VJ Nation, and thank you for joining us today. You are tuned in to the weekly Ask the Scientist call. I will be hosting the call today. My name is Ryan Palmer, Vice President of Sales for VJ International, and I'm calling in today from the VJ corporate office, which is a little bit of a ghost town here today, as the majority of the executive team is out and about somewhere across the globe, which is really an exciting time. Coming off a Thanksgiving holiday. I hope everybody enjoyed their holiday last week. And on behalf of the entire team here at VJ International, we want to wish all of you a very happy holiday season. Today's call is going to be directed specifically, and this call always is directed specifically at the product line. And we feature on this call our Director of Research and Development, Dr. Joshua Plant. Dr. Plant graduated with a doctorate degree in biomedical sciences from Harvard University. I always tip my hat to him because he did an 8-year program in 3.5 years, and I tend to do the opposite. I usually take a 4-year program, and I do it in 8 years. So Josh and I are polar opposites in a lot of ways, but with that being said, he has become a very close friend and somebody that we feel very fortunate to have part of the VJ team here at the corporate office. Of course, I mentioned that many of the team right now are spread across the globe, which is exciting when you think about the opportunity of VJ International truly going global. Of course, we've got Kathy Yates, who's our Vice President of New Market Development. Her and a few members of her team are in Southeast Asia today. Dr. Plant and Rob Larson, our President and CEO, are in Japan today, so we feel very grateful to Dr. Plant because I was just checking here on my phone, and it looks like it's about 2:30 a.m. in Japan right now. So we appreciate you, Dr. Plant, for taking the time to plug in and join us on the call today. Have you had a chance to log on?
I have, Ryan. I'm dialed in, and can you hear me okay?
I can hear you loud and clear, buddy. Thanks again. Appreciate you taking the time, and we'll try and keep it short today and let you get some sleep, get prepped up. Of course, lots of exciting things happening, as I mentioned, across the world. And I know that out there in Japan, that you and Ron are out there unveiling some of the new products that have really just lit the North American market on fire, pun intended, by the way, as things are really starting to burn up as we go into the holiday season. So with that, Josh, I want to maybe just kind of ask a very top-level question and let you kind of expand and articulate and maybe talk a little bit about what it is about the VJ product line that was so enticing to you that brought you to VJ just over a year ago now, and why you feel like it is a product line that there is such a demand for in today's society.
You know, Ryan, that's a great question. First of all, thank you for all that you do. I want to just give a shout out. You know, you and I are usually the ones that travel together, and it's not easy traveling with an absent-minded scientist such as myself. And for a good portion of this trip, I've been traveling alone, and needless to say, I have been paged at the airport 3 times for leaving my luggage in different places, and locked out of my room on numerous occasions. So, I'm grateful for you not only being a friend, but a traveling mom to always keep me in line.
Oh, well, it's certainly a pleasure. I've actually have enjoyed watching your Facebook posts and things of that nature, indicating that you had left something behind. And it was reminded of the time that we spent on the road and how many times I've had to pick your cell phone up off the dinner table there as we've gone out. So I'm glad you're okay. But why don't you, if you would, Josh, just expound a little bit on what it is that drew you to VJ here and what it is about this product line that is so exciting for you.
Yes, this is well, I guess the best way to convey this is I'm actually going to give a little bit of history. So if we look at the industrialization of the food industry, it mirrors that of the industrialization of America itself. So the early 20th century, when automobiles started to come around, there was a mass expansion in the food industry and the commercialization of that, to where the amount of corn, for example, was easily increased, and a lot of shortcuts were able to be taken into the manufacturing of that corn. And to the point of where corn started to become a substantial part of people's diet. Now, corn isn't necessarily bad, but the problem is, during all of these shortcuts that were taken in the manufacturing, that corn greatly decreased in its nutrition. nutritional value. And during this time, when people were increasing the amount of corn between 1906 and 1940, 6 million people became infected or diagnosed with a disease called pellagra. Now, during this time, it was amazing confusion at what led to this disease. There was 100,000 people died from this disease, and this is just in America alone. So roughly 5% of America was, 5 to 10% of America was had this disease, and an amazing amount of them also died from this disease. You know, it left with diarrhea, skin problems. The list goes on of this horrible disease during this time. And one of the greatest things that America struggled with was trying to identify how people were obtaining this disease. They thought it was maybe a virus or a bacteria, and the list went on for nearly 40 years until there was a scientist who discovered the link between people eating corn and this disease. So then the list went on, thinking that the corn was contaminated with something. But ironically, the corn wasn't contaminated with anything. It was missing key things. The nutrients that were robbed from corn affected people. What pellagra is it's a deficiency in nutrients. And it was manifesting itself horribly across America. And once I graduated and I read this, I myself was thinking about all of the modern day pellagra that we are facing. What are these modern day diseases that are manifesting themselves through malnourishment? And what problems are we facing in America because of this? Now, it's no secret that 3 of the 4 top killing diseases in the world are directly related to the food that we are putting in our mouth. And the solution, I believe, to help alleviate the widespread malnourishment that we are facing in first world countries as well as third world countries is that of marine oleifera and the potential that this botanical contains. And Zija has done amazing things with this botanical. You know, we have based our products on this botanical around the mere fact that it's the most nutrient-dense botanical the world has ever seen. Zija has done more than just use this botanical. We have enhanced it with other botanicals to bring out and maximize the nutritional value of moringa oleifera. We use different parts of the moringa tree. We have manufactured it in a multi-million-dollar manufacturing facility that has spent great price to make sure corners are not cut. In fact, we go above and beyond to make sure that those corners are always enforced. Using top technology such as high-pressure liquid chromatography and mass spectrometry that gives us parts per billion resolution of any of the top potential contamination, as well as infrared spectrometry to take a nutritional fingerprint of both the moringa that is coming in and the moringa that is leaving as a finished product. Now, these steps are critical. Are they necessary? Are they required? No, not necessarily, but Zija has implemented them as a way of making sure that we are delivering the most nutritious products possible. And this is what ultimately led me to Zija. It was Ken's commitment, it was our CEO, Rob Larson's commitment, and the rest of the executive team that I met, their commitment to delivering the best products in the world. I had the opportunity to go to many different places, and I don't mean this to brag, but I mean this as a way of communicating the sheer faith I have in Zija's products. Understanding that these products deliver results that help people change their lives for better. And that's largely because they are built upon that foundation of nutrition, something each and every one of us need. Because I believe we are living in the greatest nutritional famine the world has ever seen. You know, we are depleted in nutrients we don't even know exist, let alone nutrients that we know do exist and the body requires, even as starving. And so I want to speak a little bit about this, Brian, about not only why Zija's products can help alleviate many of the problems that we may be facing, but more importantly, how Zija, when it's incorporated daily, can deliver maximum benefits. And how when it's incorporated in a system, that which Zija has done, we are able to help deliver nutrition throughout the day in many different forms. And so first I want to speak about the importance of daily nutrition. Nutrients are extremely fragile. And that's not only in this case when they're being manufactured, but also in our bodies. Nutrients are readily used and passed on and metabolized and passed through the body. annual cycle of the nutrients, and that's why nutrients need to be replenished not yearly, not semi-annually, but actually daily, and many times more often than daily. We look at some nutrients such as vitamin C, which is a water-soluble nutrient. Now, this water-soluble nutrient has a half-life in the body of about 2.5 hours, meaning every 2.5 hours, our vitamin C levels are cut in half. Now, we all know that moringa oleifera is extremely enriched in vitamin C. And that's why it's so important not only to take moringa oleifera to help deliver our vitamin C, to have it throughout the day. And that's what's so great about ZG International is we have created a diverse product line that one can take throughout the day to increase their nutrient values. We know that Smart Mix delivers an unparalleled amount of nutrients. How much more powerful is that when we complement it with our other products, such as Prime 90 or XM Plus, delivering those nutrients not only daily but consistently throughout the day. And I want to speak now a little bit about Vija's weight management system. This is a powerful system that I believe delivers the results by addressing each one of the 5 most critical problems in helping us reach our ideal weight. The first one is we are living in a nutritional famine. We are nutritionally deprived, and because of that, our bodies are in starvation mode. So each calorie we bring in, our bodies will absorb that calorie and will not let us use it. So even though we're eating more calories than ever before, we are feeling more tired than ever before. This leads us into the second problem of our weight management. That is a sedentary lifestyle. We are not exercising. We are not getting out. We are sitting behind desks too much. And when we do have free time, we find the TV more tempting than that of the gym. The third is detoxifying. Our body is full of metabolic intermediate waste. It is critical for us to continually alleviate and remove that waste so that our chemical reactions in our body can go to completion and without any hindrance. The fourth is stress. How often are we eating due to stress, or how often are our waistlines increasing due to hormones that are related to stress that also promote weight gain? And finally, we are eating too much. And so what Zija has done is we have designed products that address each one of these areas. We all know our nutrition line, that is Smart Mix, Super Mix, and XM Plus. We also have products that help alleviate and decrease our appetite. 2 of those products we roll out are XM Burn, which is quenching people's appetites amazing, as well as the new Daily Tea. We also have products that help alleviate our stress, such as the XM PM. We also have products that help encourage us to exercise and to have that desire to exercise, such as the XM AM and our meal replacement shake and our protein shake, Prime 90. And we also have one of the most notable products in the International, that is the premium tea that helps us detoxify on a regular basis. So you see here at Zija, this is what really appeals to me here at Zija, is their knowledge and their desire to really deliver results. And they do that the proper way. By not giving necessarily one magic bullet that solves all problems, but by looking at the problem as a whole and delivering the best products for each one of those avenues. Eating too much, stress, etc., thereby delivering the best results. And these results are manifesting themselves in these studies that we're doing at ZG International, where we are testing the systems and the effectiveness of these systems. We are seeing unparalleled and unmatched results. And it is an honor to be here at ZG International to represent such an all-star product line and to be involved with individuals that are dedicated to help changing the lives of individuals for the better, through proper nutrition and health and lifestyle. So Ryan, it's a great pleasure to work with you, and it's 2:30 in the morning here in Japan, but it's a small sacrifice to pay for the opportunity to share my passion with ZG Nation.
Well, thank you, John. We appreciate your continued efforts and wish you the best out there in Japan. Undoubtedly, I know you're going to have a great trip out there unveiling the new XM Burn in that particular marketplace. And I love how you talk about the product. You know, it's so often when you hear people talk about malnutrition or malnourishment, you think of that being a problem in a third world country. And I love how you're able to bring it home and apply it to, this is a problem that we're facing right here, right now, today in our everyday lives. And Zija now taking a multi-pronged approach here providing a solution, a multifaceted solution with each of the challenges that we face in our life, and providing nutrition. And when we talk about the concept that defines who we are at Beach International, this concept of Life Unlimited, we know that you define that concept by 4 core values, one of which being nutrition. So start with the foundation of nutrition, and then, of course, there's many other aspects of that: financial freedom, personal development, growing and developing as a person, and combating the sedentary lifestyle, as you mentioned, by getting out and living the opposite, living an active lifestyle, giving an opportunity for people to live a life unlimited. And Josh, thank you for everything you do and the message that you're delivering right now across the world in Japan to those individuals, giving them an opportunity as well to live a life unlimited. Fiji Nation, this is an exciting time. Right now, typically this time of year is a time where we often will reflect about the accomplishments of the previous year and make plans and goals and set up resolutions for the upcoming year. Let me tell you that the time is right now. We have a product, we have an opportunity that marries up very consistently with the mindset and the thought process that people are experiencing right now. They're wanting to find a way to lose some weight. They're wanting to find a way to become more financially independent. We have the vehicle for them to achieve those goals. And 2014 will absolutely be another record-breaking year. I wish I could communicate everything that I know about what has become here in the next year. And I'll say this: if you can see everything that I can see about 2014 as it relates to Reach International, you will understand the phrase we say, a rising tide will lift all ships, but you need to get your boat on the water. And now is the time to put yourself in a position to take full advantage of the tidal wave of momentum that will come in the upcoming year. Thank you for joining us today on the call. We look forward to speaking with all of you again 1 week from today on the next Ask the Scientist call, and the lines are now open.